So we have to start that all over again. All right. So all of that, right? We're gonna have to obliterate that. It's all on. It's all on. It must be on. Tell me it's on. Is it on? No, it's gone off. It has gone off.
Is that because the switches off as you put it through?
No, it's gone off. Well, everybody, it's nothing like.
Do you want this one?
I'll have that one, please, if you don't mind. Just give it to me and I'll stick that one in there. We'll have to play with that one. Here we go. So you can take that one on the... no, I'll do that in a minute. Okay, here we go. And this one. Technical stuff. Don't you love it? It's 9 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock on a Sunday. Regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man. He's sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He said, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. Now John at the bar, he's a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free, and he's quick with a joke, or he'll light up your smoke. But there's some place that he'd rather be. He said, John, I believe this is killing me. As a smile ran away from his face, I knew I could be a big movie star if I could get out of this place. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. Because I messed up, we got little time. That's a pretty good crowd for a Sunday. And an exhausted Sunday too, I'll have you know. And Sue can't speak because she's not got a microphone. Sorry?
Can I use that one?
Well, that one, no, that's not working.
Why not? It was the thing, it was the switch that was...
No, it's not. There's something wrong with it. And the manager, well,
Can you hear me?
she gives me a smile.
I don't know, I'm going to try this.
'Cause she knows that it's me they've been coming to see, to forget about the life for a while. Oh, and the piano, it sounds like a carnival, and the microphone, it smells like a beer. And they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, man, what are you doing here? La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. And as the sound dies away, we welcome you once again. It probably needs new batteries, and when I put the other microphone, where's it gone? This is going awfully well tonight. I just put it down there. His mic is there. Plug it into that, Sue, that there, just that wire there, just there.
Oh, good.
That one there. Plug it in, and then you've got Rich's microphone. Okay. Just keep going on that one. All right.
Okay.
That should be fine for now.
That should be fine.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go. It's all going terribly well, and that's the trouble when you rely on technology. And we're going to talk about that in a minute.
It looks like he's about to strangle himself with it.
So, good afternoon, everybody. And this goes back to actually
hello.
Yesterday. There we were on the way to.
Rachel's hanging her head in
And this is the way it works. You see, where you have a radio mic where it depends on batteries, and where the batteries clearly are defunct. So we'll have to go and get some new batteries in a minute. So you can go out in a minute when we're done.
I can go and get some new batteries, clearly.
And we'll use these microphones, these old wired microphones.
And good evening, everyone.
Right, good evening.
Hello.
So it reminds me of yesterday, really. This is the thing about going on tour. When you've had kidney disease, an operation, your mind is a complete blank about everything. And what you end up doing is going to a place and you say, I will remember not to forget this. So you don't forget that, and you forget something completely new.
So what did you forget?
So yesterday, I forgot the mic stand. And then, right, so I can't...
So I got a phone call. I was out buying some sandwiches, and I got a phone call
From the Premier Inn.
From the Premier Inn saying, I have forgotten something.
My mic stand.
I've forgotten the mic stand. I said, it's all right. I'm sure they've got one that we can borrow. That will be
fortunately,
fine.
we had. However, we then left the Premier Inn, and we're going to the concert yesterday. Lovely concert with members of the
JV
community turning up. Hello, all of you who came. Thank you so much. And I got probably about 15 minutes before we were about to arrive, and we had to get there to set up. And I just remembered that I hadn't got my 10 o'clock meds. And so, Sue, you're going to have to remember to get my 9 o'clock meds.
Yes, I will go and get your 9 o'clock meds.
Because now, of course, the clocks have gone back. So instead of 10 o'clock now, I have to take 9 o'clock meds.
So, not only did the clocks go back, but Sue went back to the Premier Inn yesterday to collect the meds. So I took him to the gig, dropped him off with all the stuff, went back to the Premier Inn, down the dark, windy roads, in the dark, in the rain, past the fireworks, came back, past the fireworks, dark, windy roads, in the rain, with his meds.
But instead of all that, let me sing a calming song just to... Who's this for, Sue?
This is for Hilary Hawley. It's your birthday tomorrow, my dear. Also for Mike Newport. It was your birthday last Tuesday, I think. Little Bird has told me. So happy birthday, guys. One for last Tuesday and one for tomorrow. Enjoy your day, Hilary.
And all the way back through the New Forest this morning, we saw the result of the autumn leaves really falling, and really how they'd fallen. The falling leaves drift by my window. The falling leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hand I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long. and soon I'll hear old winter song. But I miss you most of all, my darling, you. When autumn leaves start to fall, since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter song. But I miss you most of all, my darling, you. When autumn leaves start to fall, start to fall.
That was lovely.
Nice,
Thank you very much.
Got a great song.
I did ask you to do that one because I like it.
Do you like it?
I like
but
it.
I see this is just kind of to
beautiful.
autumn. Seasons of mist and mellow fruitfulness.
Oh, don't
Close
start.
bosom friend of the maturing sun. How can we conspire to load and bless the thingies that round the fat sheaves run? By the way, what is the thingies?
What the thing?
What are the things? Can somebody write in and tell us what the
What the
thingies
thingies
are?
are.
Because I've forgotten. I mean, I studied English at university, for goodness sake. I'm an intelligent man.
Only
So
bit
they
you
say.
can remember.
Sue, now, should we
Jonathan.
I just wanted to say to all of you out there, it occurred to me, we've got a really big star in tonight, and you're just going to love
so much,
him.
darling. That's lovely.
Yeah.
You're so kind.
About that. Not you, all right? Yes, I know. No, your hair is lovely, and I know that picture you published. You put it up there so everybody would say, "Oh, Sue,
Can I just tell you?
Sue, oh, your hair's so lovely."
No, can I just say, I put it up there to remind people to do their video. And
at the same time,
you did. Shush!
You did.
What it suddenly occurred to me was actually I'd done it portrait instead of landscape, so I had to do it all over again.
Yes,
anyway.
which is a shame because you had to post another picture of yourself. And do you know what?
I
She was
didn't.
signed up by 15 agents there and then. There she was. There she was. It was for old people in films. It was that. Yeah, it was. It was going to be the nanny or something like that. You know. Anyway. One other song. I don't know what I wanted to say. Could you not interrupt me? I'm trying to have a thought here.
Okay.
All right. Goodness. I forget these
What
things.
wives do, isn't it?
They come and they go quickly.
Okay, quick before it goes
Quick
again.
it goes.
Quick.
And what it occurred to me was what this whole evening, in talking to Gareth yesterday, Gareth Hill, you know.
Lovely Gareth.
Gareth indeed, you know, from Pontypridd anyway. And he was there, and I had to say to him, now, I said, do you speak Welsh much? And he said, well, it depends. If I'm back in Pontypridd, then I do, you know, that's fine. So, to Gareth and Joy, and all of the team that came yesterday, can you
Lovely
remember who it was?
people.
Can you remember everybody, Sue?
No.
Helen Coleman? No.
No, Helen Thomas.
Helen Thomas.
I'm
There's so many-
very sorry. Jonathan gets all his Helens
I do my
muddled
Helens.
up.
I got Helen Poole, Helen Coleman, Helen whatever. Helen Thomas. Anyway, all of you
Robin
came.
Dye,
Thomas,
Cindy,
took the
Anne,
Borisovs,
Mark and Hayley.
Mark and Hayley.
The Edwards family
The
were
Edwards.
there.
Anne and Melvin, and Cindy. and Rob and Di and who else? Was anybody else there that I've forgotten?
And the Chivers.
The Chivers. The very badly behaved Chivers.
Well, Alan, not Chris,
particularly
not
Alan. No, but she's not a lot better. Troublemaker, a stirrer in the community. But that's what I wanted to say.
And lots of other lovely people that we haven't remembered.
What is it that this community exists to do? Is it to entertain you? Well, I suppose in part it is, yes. It is to sing, and we have a great time some of the time when I can remember to put the correct batteries in the thing. That Sue will go out and put some more batteries in the drawer. They're in the drawer. Yes, there is. There are those reasons. There's also the main reason, which is to form an online community of people who care about each other. Because I realise that caring about people is probably more important than nearly anything else that we do. We do music, and we're very grateful. So particularly, we'll have a little bit of news in 2 seconds or so about the new album. But we've got a guest on. He's got so much stuff to do and play and talk about, and I want to get him on. But so much stuff, and it's just wonderful that what we formed is a community of people, because it's, in essence, we have a community of faith and no faith. People who just come. They're all comers, and we all come into the same room, and we all share together.
And as someone said to me yesterday, the joy of it is that there's something for everyone, which is, Gareth, that's your point, isn't it? You sent me something, and absolutely that's true. Something for everyone within the community. Something for everyone, and that's what we try and do. And actually, so, the guest tonight, he's got a story to tell, and it's not, like most of us, it's not a straightforward story. It's a story with curves and bumps along the way, and things that will sit uncomfortable. And it's not because life isn't comfortable. Life is difficult for so many of us, and that's why so many of us joined the community. It's never been comfortable for me, and so I've always looked on the more difficult side of life, and that's it. So we formed a community for you lot to be community, commune together, okay? And it's at the heart of God, we believe, actually, as the Christian community, to commune. So why the communion is right at the heart of it, where we commune with God. And we commune with each other. That's the way it works. Anyway, I'm just going to try and sing, and if I can remember this one, because I always forget. There's one chord, and it goes. No, I'm not going to do that one. So that's way off beat.
That was just a little joke. I have often walked down the street before. That's not that. We're not doing that one. Okay, we're not doing that. This one is for people who are feeling a little bit out there. And,
if it's, is it the Sparrow?
Yeah.
Yeah. I particularly want to dedicate this to my lovely sister-in-law, Ruth. Ruth, my darling, you are off into hospital on Tuesday. Those of you who pray, please pray. Those of you who want to send positive thoughts, please send those. For Ruth, having an ankle replacement on Tuesday, and we really want it to go well and for her to get better really, really quickly. So we love you lots, and this one is definitely for you and anyone else who might be struggling at the moment.
Why should I feel discouraged? And why should the shadows come? Oh, why should my heart feel lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend, his eyes on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eyes on the sparrow, and I know He watches. I know He watches. Yes, I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eye is on that little sparrow, and I know He watches. I know He watches. Yes, I know He watches you and me. Well,
that was rather beautiful.
That's a lovely song.
Beautiful.
And I was reminded of the fact that it came from Sister Act 2 in talking to my guest who's coming in not a few minutes away from now, Richard Lennox. So if you're going out and you're thinking, I'll just have a break while Johnny V is on and waiting for the main event, then he's coming in just a few minutes. Yes. Will you stop with you being the main act? Please.
Such fun.
Christmas CD update, Susan Ann.
Yes, thank you so much. We have finished our crowdfunder and we are at the grand total of £10,450, which is just utterly
unbelievable.
Brilliant. So thank you so much to all of you. That is wonderful.
Wonderful stuff.
And that's going to be winging its way into the account so that we can continue to pay all the bills that we've incurred.
Not least of all, the one that actually, the last time we did crowdfunding,
it was
because
free.
it was free, and this time we have to pay probably about $350. So that extra little bit has helped to just pay off the crowdfunding bill, because actually it was during pandemic they were giving it away for free.
Yeah.
So that's thank you to all of you. We are not asking you for anything more. No. You have given and given and given. You will now get your album. We have could we try playing Rachel? No, sorry.
Yes, we can. Can I just do a couple of notices about the quickly. One is about the choir, because the lovely people that have wanted to become part of the choir, some of you I have had trouble contacting. So if you are wanting to be in the choir and you've not yet received anything, please, please, please contact me, as you can see on the screen, sue@jonathanveira.com, and I will send you the information. I have tried sending it out to everyone, but a few people I'm a bit concerned you haven't received it. So please contact me on sue@jonathanveira.com. Those of you who are still trying to do it or wanting to do it, if Rachel could have it all by close of play, so, should we say 8 o'clock tomorrow night? That would be utterly brilliant.
And the reason being, we need to get it actually all mixed in, all of your voices mixed into the final mix of Adore. Adore, come let us adore, come let us adore Him, the Lord. It's a lovely version, and we're trying to get all those voices. It takes a huge amount of work for Neil, who's doing the mixing, to mix all that amount of voices in and mix them down, put them into various bits. So he needs the time, and we're trying to get the record out to you as soon as possible. It takes 2 weeks for duplication, and we need another week for Sue to do all the copyright stuff. The copyright needs to be applied for and granted, and then so we don't want it to be late. No. And as it is, it's going to be late.
Yeah, so if you're wanting to send it, remember it goes to jvlivetech@gmail.com. That's jvlivetech@gmail.com. That's our lovely Rachel. And she is splitting it into a video and to sound, sending off the sound to Neil for him to get on with it.
So Rachel, just give us one came through, a taster of a track that
These
came
tracks
through.
are wonderful, people. They are all wonderfully
Mistletoe
produced
one I
and
received
different.
today. Little Drummer Boy,
Just
sensational.
gorgeous.
All these lovely. It's Christmas on Radio 2 with Jonathan Veira type of album. That's what it is. Unapologetically, that's who I am. So put it on.
Mary, did you know
I can't hear it. Can you hear it?
that your baby boy?
Are we on screen too? Exactly. So I need to hear it, don't I?
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you delivered one day deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will calm the storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? When you kiss your little baby, you kissed the face of God. Mary, did you know?
Wait, don't turn it down. Oh, we're done.
She's done it.
Oh, right. Right, so we're done, are we?
Oh dear.
So I hope you enjoyed that. Did you enjoy that? I hope you
They were enjoying
They were
it.
enjoying
It's
it,
just
jolly good. So that's
beautifully profound.
beautifully and
beautifully
lovely
sung.
piano from Mark Edwards.
Gorgeous.
Mary, did you know? And it's a lovely, lovely song. And it takes me to heights vocally that I've never been to. Right,
But
we've
would
got
you
one more
bet
song.
It's all my kidney that's doing that.
Yeah, it's your kidney that's singing so well. That's what I get, Richard, all the time. It's my kidney. It's my kidney. Isn't my kidney singing well? And the thing is that I can't actually say no, it's not, because now she's given me a kidney. It's not, that's what it is.
Now you know why I did it.
Why don't we just do You've Got a
What do you
Friend,
want
and
to
then
play?
we're going to get Rich in. Is that okay?
Yeah, and I want to dedicate this one to Colin. Colin Richards, you've got a friend. Sorry you've had a spell in hospital this week, but you've got lots of friends, and we wish you well and a swift recovery. So everyone join in with
the group song, the company song, everybody. Join in heartily. When you're down and troubled and you need some love and care, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. When the sky above you grows dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow. Keep your head together now and call my name out loud, and soon I'll be knocking at your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. Now ain't it good to know that you got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you and take your soul if you let them, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend, oh darling. You've got a friend. Sing it, baby, come on. Oh, baby, come on now. You got it. Sing it to me now. Oh, yeah. You got it. Last time. Okay, a couple more times. You got it. Last time. Absolutely, this time is the last time. Rubato. You've got a friend. There.
And can I say that's also for young Millie. Happy birthday
Millie.
for tomorrow, Millie. That's Adrian's with her at the moment. They're celebrating her birthday tomorrow.
Adrian
it's his granddaughter.
Peckham. No, not
Adrian
Peckham.
Peckham. Pinnock. Yes.
Oh, hello, Peckham.
So
hello,
welcome,
Pinnock.
welcome, Millie. Glad you're watching with us, and happy birthday for tomorrow. Have a great day.
Right, jolly good. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to leave this here so that we can. Now we have a great guest, Richard Lennox. What?
Are we going to put moments on? Is that
Oh
what
yes,
we're
we'll
going
do it in a minute.
Okay.
These are the moments that we love so well, precious moments caught within a spell. All too soon our lives, they fade away. These are the moments that we wish would stay. And if I had my life to live again, I would choose to be with you, my friend. Time moves slowly, yet it goes so fast. And who knows how long that we long to tell. When we're old, we're not too much to say. We'll have the memories that we made today. We'll have the memories that we made today.
Well, we have now a very special guest to say hello to Richard. Richard
Hello.
Lennox, how are you?
How are you?
Well, I'm very well, actually.
So good to be here. So good to see you.
Well, it's a real pleasure to welcome you here, mate. After
Thank you.
we've been trying to fix this up for a long time, haven't we?
Here was me thinking you were in a basement.
Yeah.
And it's just a poke round the front door. And
Yes.
I'm going to come and spy on you next week. I'm going to sit
Definitely,
outside.
definitely.
You know?
But it's so funny, isn't it? People say to me, I think I said to you before, that people said, if we come to your house, can we do a tour of the Steinway room? And I said, yeah, you can if you've got 20 seconds, you know, I mean, because it's compact. And you can imagine trying to get a guitarist in here as well, over in that corner. We had the tech team here to stay not a few weeks ago, and they cleared the whole of the area and have made it accessible. But they've done a lot to try and wire the thing for sound, because of course we have to do it for tech reasons.
Yeah, sure.
But
it's fantastic.
Richard, it's lovely to have you. Now I'm just going to start straight in with you, because you are quite a talent, and I almost want you to I just want you to start with a bang. Give us something, because you're so much more than just a pianist. You're an organist, you're a musical director, you've got one of the finest ears I know for music, and you're a musical person, and that's a very great compliment for me. Trust me. So just start with something. Just show us something on the Steinway, will you?
Yeah, I'm absolutely loving this piano. Tonally, it's absolutely fun. I think I'm gonna blow everything away with some Gershwin. We need an emotional release.
We do.
So I think let's do a bit of Gershwin.
Yep.
And I quite often, if I do things like this in concerts, I make massive mistakes, like saying this is a Gershwin medley,
yes.
And in comes Lawrence of Arabia. So there was a bit of film in there. Let's do some. We're going to start with a very familiar tune. I'm not going to say what it is. Ends with a very familiar tune.
Yeah.
What happens in between? No idea. Here we
No
go.
idea.
warm-up.
That's the warm-up. Now,
Let's go again.
you have to get
Let's
close
go
to the
again.
microphone. People are just... I'm just going to read you out a few comments, okay? Just so that you know.
Let's start again and do it properly.
What is he thinking? You know, is he going to start learning soon? A bit. He's brilliant. You should hear him play the church organ, says Helen Poole. Everyone stops drinking their
Bless
coffee
her.
and gets a round of applause once he's finished. Makes it look effortless. Fantastic. What a talent. Greetings from Somerset, Carol Wadsworth. All from memory, amazing, and no music, says Lynn Bird. There aren't enough words. Wow. Bonnie Rogers, many applause. I haven't heard that word before. You learn something every day. How many fingers does he have? This is superb piano craftsmanship. Brilliant. Wow, that is some amazing playing. What an amazing musician. Could listen all night. Wow. Michelle, the medley is wonderful, amazing. I love Gershwin. What a treat from Richard Lennox, Chrissy Fuller. Fabulous stuff, Richard, says Susan Veira next door. Michael Cooper, wonderful, Richard. Absolutely amazing piano playing, says Anne Benyon, who was there last night. Amazing, says Pam Saunders. Reminds me of one of my relatives who is no longer here. Well, I hope that's okay. What a talent. I think that's the biggest.
Yeah.
What a talent. Bravo. Amazing. I can't go. Mesmerising. Amazing. And everybody... Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot the radio mic. Sorry. Forgot the radio mic. Will he play some of his own compositions, do you think? Have you got any of your own compositions?
I'm gonna do an improvisation later.
Okay, absolutely brilliant. Sorry, I'm sorry. I got so excited. I forgot to pick up the phone, the microphone. So everybody, I just want you to know that Richard will be coming in every week from now on, and I won't be doing this show at all. I think actually it's quite extraordinary, isn't it, when you see somebody like Richard or with Mark when he comes in and plays. And it's Richard. It's a talent. People say things like, and we're musicians, we understand this. They say, oh, and without music, without looking at anything. What goes on when you're playing something like that? That takes hours and hours of incredibly hard practice and working out. Am I right?
Well, the thing is,
get close to the mic. Make sure you're close to the mic.
I don't use just for everybody there. So I don't really work to set lists. So I've just got some pieces. Scrapped down, and we literally look at them. We just think, right, let's go with that one. And I've got a drummer that I do some gigs with, where we, in fact, I've been working with him this week, and he's one of these. Here, just go with it.
Yes.
When you're putting stuff like this together, you know the tunes. I got rhythm. Man, I love. What you're just trying to do is. Not necessarily just think that works together. You're always on that kind of creative burn, just trying to mash things together. Things are always evolving, so things always change. I know I said Gershwin from the start. It wasn't just Gershwin. There was like Lawrence of Arabia. So there's a little game there, and there was the Waltz from Murder on the Orient Express. And I just. There's no sense. This is I'll do an improvisation later called the Autistic Way.
Yes.
We got the Cotswolds Way.
Yes.
And when you walk it, you kind of if you get a negative thought along the way, you expect somebody to jump out and say, no, it's not like this, it's like this, whatever. Exactly the same goes into music. You've got it's so hard to explain. You're in a zone which you've no idea of. You really no idea of what's going on, apart from the set list. The set list could be working as a musical director, whatever.
Yes.
Strangely, what I've been doing up until sort of quite recently, maybe sort of 7 or 8 years ago, was just working as a freelancer, playing with orchestras, playing with bands, playing in pits and that type of thing. You don't learn how to really communicate in a sense. And that means, putting together your own things, whether it's compositions, putting together your own arrangements. You don't learn how to do any of that while you're in your comfort zone.
Yes.
You're in that comfort zone, just working for other people. And all of a sudden, you step out front, you try and do something else. That could be anything from fronting your own concerts to trying to initiate, work with other musos, work with whoever. And I got to say, it was becoming a musical director that changed.
Yes.
That actually made me come out of myself.
Yeah.
I was absolutely 100% just shut off, or before that, you know, that
musical thing that you do,
all the problems growing up, you know, the isolation, the bullying that you got. There's that phrase, looking in from the outside. I've got an idea for that. I'll try and share that later, talk a bit more about that. But I think that looking in from the outside just explains everything.
Tell us a little, just because I'm going to ask you lots of questions. I mean, this is just us chatting and you playing, and people are going to want to hear a lot of music from you tonight. And I had promised them that you were, you know, it's very difficult to sell you to people because you are out on your own. And it's what's quite interesting is you're self-proclaimed as autistic, and you say you're autistic. You're on that spectrum that a lot of us are on, but you're at one end or another end, and you have something called PDA, which people it's to do with. Well, I was trying to read up about it, and it's very difficult to try and even quantify it definitely. But how would you describe, without going into massive detail, you say you're autistic, but what does that mean? Because we're going to look into that a little bit tonight, aren't we?
Most things. That what would terrify most people, say going on stage at the Albert Hall playing a solo, whether you're on your own, whether you're with an orchestra, band, whatever, that I'm pretty confident to say that would kind of frighten most people. You'd have a certain edge. You'd be. We do have an edge. You know, I've got an edge right now. Hoping everything goes okay here.
Yeah.
The show I was doing last week, there's a different edge to that. As an MD, you've got a band there, you've got a cast there. It's what happens with the overall kind of. I've lost the question. What was the question?
What autism? What does autism mean for you?
There you go. We lose it straight away.
Yeah.
We lose track of things. That's why there's no sense to anything, folks. No sense to anything at all. Absolutely no sense. If there's no sense, nothing can go wrong.
But what does it mean? What does it mean for you? Well, it shows. You say things like, most people be terrified of the Albert Hall. You and I, we kind of go, it's meat and drink to us in a way. We like doing it. That's when we kick off.
You do a gig as a performer, and you're on edge, wondering how it's going to go, and you think, you get into a zone, and you do it, and you come off stage, and you think, I can relax now, go to the pub, go home, whatever. Yeah. Social interaction. Yeah. That is, for me, utterly, utterly terrifying.
That is a characteristic, isn't it? Meeting people
is a nightmare.
Why? Tell me why you think that is.
Whether it's socially, whether you're going for a meeting, I think this sounds horrible, but it all comes down to control. When you're playing, you've got control over that. If it doesn't go quite right, that's fine. You can put it right later. But you know what you've done. Yes. When you haven't got control of that situation, that in some ways, indirectly, is going to affect you. Yes. I think there's an element of control there, and I think that's got a lot to do with it. But going back to the musical direction, I had to stand up in front of a cast, take the rehearsal myself, and you've got to correct. You not only correct, teach, coach, and communicate directly with people. And that, doing all that musical direction, is what's opened up this now. And being able to... There's no way I could have stood up and done a concert on my own. I can quite easily stand on stage for 2.5, 3 hours. Yes. And
and present.
Not with a set... We could do a Wigmore Hall set list. You know, we could do a bit of a Schubert sonata, we could do a bit of Liszt, we could do a bit of Brahms. That's not really me. Coming on stage with
bowing
and
then
a bow tie. You bow and then you go off. That's not me. No. I want to bring my own. If I had to say, what's your brand, Richard? What is it? What is it for you? When you wear a bright red shirt, you look great. You came in here. He does the full lotus position, sitting on my floor. Unbelievable. You've never seen anything like it. And it's and he plays like this. What is your brand? Who was Richard? Somebody said to me the other day, "What would be your venue to play at?" And I think, like most people, To Do On My Own would be the Albert Hall.
Oh yes, that's
I think it is one of the greatest places on the planet. It's certainly my favourite venue.
yeah, mine too, definitely.
It's just got something very, very special about it. As far as playing style is concerned, and I think this sums it up. I've got a self-taught playing style, and it's much more suited. Say, let's go to New York, and my playing style is much more suited to Radio City Music Hall than it is to Carnegie Hall.
Yes.
Whereas here, it would be, I think you've got the Albert Hall, but I think a variety show, say, put on at the Coliseum, that would be my thing, rather than playing at Wigmore Hall to a specific set list. And there's that expectation, isn't there? Where, he's got to play a bit of Bach, he's got to play a bit of Liszt, he's got to do a bit of Beethoven. That's fine, It's fine, I'll do that.
Carry on, I like that, because I've always worked that and I could never work the second page. Go on.
That's the first movement. Second movement's this. It's the quiet one. Should we do some lyrics? You got some lyrics?
Have you?
And there's that fearsome third movement. And hang on, I've gone from pathetique. This is what happens, folks, with things live. That's the Moonlight third movement. So you've got the first movement. I played this last Friday in a concert for the first time in years.
Talking to the mic.
I've got to talk into the mic.
Yeah, because that's I know. It's
playing that Gershwin. I could see this monster to my right, and it's like
I hate
something stretching out together.
I hate it too.
I think this croc's going to jump out at me. Last Friday, I left Epsom at a class early at 2:30. Arrived in Burnham-on-Sea at 7:15 to do this concert. Into a church I'd never been to, never played the organ.
Oh my goodness!
Was just,
what a nightmare!
Fortunately, I was doing the concert myself, where you haven't got that anxiety of you show up and you've got to fit in with everybody else, that. So I knew I'm going to be walking in over the audience here. It's going to be a nightmare, and their pianos supposedly weren't playable.
Really?
So I had to take my Roland RD 2000 along.
Yeah.
So we had to get that in, set up. Unfortunately, when I got to the gate, the guy was waiting there. And I just pulled out, I wound down the window, and he said, "You're Richard, are you?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, thank God for that, And then he took me in through a back door, and there's the audience waiting there. It's just, I've never been so... Traffic was just absolutely appalling.
So you had to walk in with the kit?
I walked in.
I did that in Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
I had to travel, got on the boat, and we were delayed by at least an hour and a half. Same thing. I walked through the piano with my PF9, my Roland PF9, walked underneath it, put it on the thing, put a mic in front of me and said, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, welcome." There was 350 people out there. It was just hilarious.
I think that's fantastic, because they know what goes on behind the scenes.
But you're late, that's the way it works, isn't it? But did your mind play tricks with you on the way there, or did it, when you got there, did you mind? Did the adrenaline just take you through? What happened?
The adrenaline just took me through it. I was thinking all the way along, I know I'm going to be late here.
Yeah.
Actually, technically I wasn't late, because I arrived at 7:15.
Yes.
I started about 2:45, and then went on till about 10:30. And apparently I was absolutely boiling, which is always a good thing. There is something, where I'm working at these colleges, they got all the aircon going and the doors open because of COVID. The air
freezes. Yeah.
And there is something in the aircon that affects your muscles.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. You don't get it with cold air.
But you get it through aircon.
But you get it through the aircon, because I think, doesn't the aircon affect your voice?
Yes, it does. Dries you out. Dries out the mucous membrane. So could affect the same thing.
It most certainly is, and it's a nightmare where we try and the switch is right next to me at college. I'm thinking, just keep it off. We got the doors open. And then
you played like a god. Play us something else. Play something. Well, I don't know. There's something that you'd like to. Something that's going to be nice and wonderful and amazing, so that people can keep writing. They're just because they're all amazed.
What we do, folks, is we're going to do a little play on classical music here. So these are all classical themes. We're going to start with. I had an old Billis scrap of paper with the music. It's not published anywhere. This. It's just a list of tunes that I wrote down on a train journey. And just finding the first tune, which is Fanfare to the Common Man, was the biggest part. And as soon as we found that, everything was dead easy from there on right to the end. So this is quite long. It's about 5-6 minutes long. But hopefully you enjoy it. So Fanfare to the Common Man. And it ends with the Seahawk. And there's this kind of fanfare at the end of it. Doesn't quite finish like that. There's a bit of a rearrangement on it. But there is somewhere around 40 tunes in the middle of this, and you get two working together, like Ferralees in the right hand, and then you get Hall of the Mountain King in the left. If you can hear those two working together, and we're going to do another one later, which is based around film, pop, and musical. But we do the classical one now. Here we go.
Unbelievable. If I just, can I just read you? I just want you to, because Richard, we can talk a little bit now. You can have a little bit of a rest on your fingers. Such talent going from one to the other. 3 fingers, has he ever played, Jerry asks, has he ever played for silent films before?
I have.
You have? I
Actually,
thought
yeah.
he thought so. How does he blend those tunes together so beautifully, seemingly effortlessly? It seems effortless because he's worked so hard on it, everybody. That's why. There's no substitute for hard work, and I can tell you that right now. He must have 2 brains, 1 for each hand. That's what they said. These hands, fingers, incredible. Karen Spicer. Such talents as Pickle Tranchard, going from one to another tune. I can't even pat my head and rub my tummy, says Wendy Goulding. And if you've got Goulding, and if you're passing Leicester, she's got a lovely piano for you to play. There's a lady called Anne Banyan, and where are you? I've lost it now. We're enthralled. Pickle Trenchard, Lynn, what an amazing talent. Paul Newton, thank you so much for sharing your amazing skill. And a lady said, I suffer from anxiety, and yet when I'm listening to this, she said, you make me feel slightly different. You make me feel more relaxed. I feel now. I just want to talk about that a little bit.
Is that Anne that's just said
Anne.
that? Anne, can I just say, I've had terrible anxiety all day. It went off playing for church this morning, and it's been very, very up and down. When I play, I liken it to somebody, speaking to somebody who gets Parkinson's, and their tremor's pretty bad. When they focus on it, they control it. It just switches off. And I've got to remember to speak into this mic on my side, this crocodile. Oh, this crocodile on my right. When they focus, the tremor goes. When I focus, whether it's going on stage or doing, whatever, going into a studio, the anxiety just goes. Whether it's just apprehension, everything is going to be all right. Or you may be in the middle of a piece and it might be going, okay or whatever, and it generally just comes down. But it's very interesting to hear that. But it's all about, everything here is just about emotions. It's about emotions. You're making somebody's day, hopefully by giving pleasure to them with your music. And it's it gives off endorphins. It's like going to the gym, exercise, fresh air, walks, and it's just all connected. And I think where we suffer a lot with this, we're all just trying to work it out.
Yeah.
We're trying to work it out too hard.
Yeah.
We just got to chill out and just go with it.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. I've known you on and off. So I knew you once we played in the same concert for Prom Praise, and in fact Stuart McCready, who's a flugelhorn player, he's part of this community, and he's coming to play for me at Christmas. He said you should take it up professionally, Richard. A couple of smiley faces. He said, did Prom Praise with you at Central Westminster Hall some 15 years ago. You were incredible then as well, and I think actually that you are certainly making our day, says Fiona Richards. Fiona Richards, thank you for this, Fiona. You proposed that this should be renamed the Richard Lennox Live from the Steinway Room. So thanks for that. I don't know, getting you in is a good idea at all. I think you're going to have to come in all the time now. That's the only thing. You talked. I just want to look into this a little bit. You talked about when you were a young man, when you were young, being bullied and the trauma of that.
The horrendous stuff, yeah.
And was that at school? Was that when you were at school? What happened at school?
Yeah, that was at school. So when I was growing up, at school, nobody knew anything about this.
About autism at all?
Absolutely. It was just, I suppose it was a bit like the dark net. It's that thing you kind of hear about. Nobody really knows anything about. I've got a work colleague who's got a 7-year-old son who's just been diagnosed with autism.
Yes.
And just rejoice in the fact that he's going to get all the help that he needs.
You never got.
And I certainly never got any of that. I got an absolute the usual ribbing from other kids. And what made it worse was that the teachers actually joined in because they didn't know anything about it as well. So that was a double kick.
These bad
in the
days.
gut. That
they were
was
the bad old days, weren't they? They really were.
Yeah, that you really can't get over, and it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. College was twice as bad as school. I did kind of give that a bit of a go.
Where did you go? Was it at university or go?
It was a music college.
Where did you go?
I went to Cardiff.
Oh, did you? Oh, to the university or Welsh school of
the Welsh college.
And you couldn't hack it.
No,
it wasn't for you.
It was the worst experience of my life.
Oh no, really?
It was almost like first day at school, but worse. Trying to because you've been such a learner. This is going back before I took up this musical directing. This musical directing we're talking about now is a big thing because it's changed me in a way.
Yes.
I will stand up in front of any cast, anybody that I've been working with. This group I worked with last week, they're totally new. When I started working with them the first Sunday in September, I walked in, and this guy who was playing one of the characters, he came up to me yesterday, and he said, when you walked in on the first day and you gave us some instructions, and I kind of stepped back and thought, whoa. Right, okay, this guy's going to absolutely rip us apart. I'm not quite sure how this is going to go. Yeah. To cut a long story short there, so he came to me last night, and he said there's 2 people on the planet that have, I suppose in a way, taken away my performance anxiety. One was his judo teacher, who apparently has done, whatever the big thing is there, and I just couldn't believe that he said you're the other. I think because it's trying to balance. You're not going in there and just bashing stuff as you would yourself. You're in control. That's fine. Yeah. You're working with other people. That's another anxiety because you've got to nurture them. Because you can very easily destroy people.
But just let me hold just one thing, because actually traditionally autistic people, one of the things they don't do is they don't identify other people's sense. So how have you developed that?
Well, this is absolutely, you've just hit the nail on that. It's strange because when I was coaching those people, I feel I can understand them. Yet when we flick off and we have coffee, I'm
yeah, you can't bear that.
I really cannot bear it. It is so scary. It goes from the most comfortable situation when you're coaching and you flick off and you almost you seriously want to run out that building. You want to run out that building, whether it's an orchestra rehearsal, whatever, a performance. Wherever the crowd goes, I will hide round the back. Way. I will hide round the back. It is so terrifying. It's unreal.
I want you to know, and I think one of the reasons that I wanted you on here is because exactly, we were talking about this. This is exactly what I do.
It's where it all goes.
So I can't like you at the end. I just want to be on my own. I never went to the parties. I never did the thing. So I'm hearing you, and I'm really identifying. A lot of people imagine that people like you and I, with the life and soul of the party, we want to be at the centre of every activity. I come in here, and when I'm in here, I'm in control, and we can do. We play with the piano and just sing a song and do something, and it's ours. When I'm out there, I'm not so in control. So I know how. It's a frightening place, the big wide world, isn't it? It's
a very, very frightening place, and we all know where that goes. And if you're, I will put myself in the misguided camp in that sense. Not misguided in attitude, and I think, dare I say it, there's if we go to the sort of egotistical camp where you think, oh, somebody's paying money to see me, and that kind of puts you on a different. Yeah. You ain't. You're the same as everybody else. You're just doing a different job, And what I cannot get over every day is it's in one word. It's just capitalism, and you feel for those. We've got footballers earning £500,000 a week, going out getting caught for drink, drugs, and driving. You've got emergency workers putting their lives on the line every day for an absolute pittance.
Yes.
And
doesn't make any sense.
I just want to put it all right.
Yeah. So trying to fix things.
Where all this leads to, in the end, is what we were talking about earlier, the other room, is a feeling of complete uselessness.
Yes.
You feel absolutely useless, apart from doing what you're put on this planet to do.
Which is
and
this.
You go on and play music, you make somebody's day, and it puts you on an extreme high.
Can I ask you, because this is crucial, this is for people out there, because a lot of people feel they suffer anxiety, as you will know from the comments that are here. They also suffer feelings of total worthlessness and uselessness. They don't think. You experience that. Let's just clarify that. Just even up to and including last week, you have really dark periods in your life. Is that right? You wanted to talk about this.
About 5-6 years ago, so I had, let's call it the stock market low, where it was on one level and I thought there's something really wrong here. I've got to do something about this. And that's when I hit the antidepressants.
Yes.
And they did their job. They got me out of a hole. And I thought, I'm never going near them again. And it got to I had no direction from a doctor at all where to come off them. So ended up with me breaking them down, and I just took myself off them as sensibly as I thought.
You could, yeah.
And then that was it. And they do perk you up. I was lucky; I didn't get any kind of side effects off them at all. But what I've experienced over in lockdown, it's strange, because when you're performing, you're the happiest because you're giving people pleasure. Yeah. During 2020, after that lockdown, I had this incredibly happy period, and there was nothing, and I mean nothing, like yourself. Yeah. Got up, went for a walk, and that's where I got into serious hiking, and I'll tell you about the hiking mind thing later. But got up, went for a walk, did practice, got in, and I'm a big comedy series, Fools and Horses, Open All Hours, all those, and I put those on. In a way, all those classic things like Fawlty Towers, they come from a very creative period, a raw creative period. And one of the things that I really despise about the age that we're in now, it's all about monstrous disruptive tech, which is just basically all on demand. And a lot of stuff is just manufactured, and it's taken away a lot of the skin in things. Yeah. That really eats away at me. Yeah. And this condition that we're suffering from, no business is really good for it. But I do feel that certainly in entertainment, it's amplified. Yes. Amplified 100 times. And when everything you're thinking, as an autistic, is magnified, it really sends you down to a level you just cannot understand yourself. Back in February, we had a discussion about this on the phone. So I bought this Peugeot I've got outside here. Yeah. I got it on a what's it called, where you pay monthly?
PPE or something.
Yeah. Yes. And then it got to the point where, so during lockdown, so I wanted to cut down monthly payments. So I got a good offer from them through the financial ombudsman. And there was a lot of grey areas that I didn't understand there. And I thought, come on, where's my guardian angel to help me sort all this out? And it got very, very stressful. And something that most people won't even blink an eyelid at was sending me so low. Yeah. I ended up leaving this message with the financial ombudsman at 9:30 at night when I got this what you would think is just a general business
Standard,
letter.
yes, yeah.
And I thought, what's this? What have I done to upset everybody? All this type of thing. And I took it the wrong way,
Yeah.
and I left a suicidal voicemail with him, and I really was very,
Suicidal.
very low. It literally sent me to. I know this sounds pathetic. It sent me absolutely rock bottom, because it's not just that one thing; it's everything.
Yeah.
From childhood.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
yeah.
those negatives, not being
Yeah.
understood by anybody.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You know, it's just me, it's just me, it's just me.
And it's not just
And
you. It's not just you.
It all builds up, and it built up. And at college back in May, I had the most incredible low, and I just collapsed outside the building. Unfortunately, the head of the the head of the college found me.
Found you. Yeah.
And I was on the phone to the Samaritans, just literally in the middle of this class, with apparently everything just going well. You know, I felt fine, literally in the space of seconds. I've just never felt so rubbish, absolutely rubbish. I don't want to be here. I really do not want to be here. I tried to grab the teacher from the other side of the room, saying because we were due to finish class that early, because they were doing what's called prelims, which means that they've got pre-recorded music that they then go and do for their assessments. And so the normal hour and a half class was going to just an hour, and I tried to grab him saying, I just want to continue. If I stop playing, I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got to keep going. And that was, so what's different from that period 5-6 years ago is that the downs are vicious. They really are vicious. And it's frightening. It's a really, really frightening place to be. And what just keeps me going is the fact I've got this.
Yeah. Why don't we sing a very appropriate song for this?
Let's do it.
Which is Be Still for the Presence of the Lord. I think it is in C. I think we started C to D flat, I think it was. And we'll do this one. I recorded this some time ago, and actually we were just playing it along, and Richard suggested this, and I think it's a great idea. So be still for the presence of the Lord. The Holy One is here.
Be still for the presence of the Lord, the Holy One is here. Come bow before Him now with reverence and fear. In Him no sin is found. We stand on holy ground. Be still for the presence of the Lord, the Holy One is here. Be still, for the glory of the Lord is shining all around. He burns with holy fire, with splendor He is crowned. How awesome is the sight! How radiant King of light! Be still, for the glory of the Lord is shining all around. still, for the power of the Lord is moving in this place. He comes to cleanse and heal, to minister His grace. No word too hard for Him. In faith receive from Him. Be still, for the power of the Lord is moving in this place.
Thank you, my dear boy. What an absolutely...
That was a treat.
That was lovely, wasn't it? Just lovely to do it with you. And you have this. You have a great feeling for accompaniment as well. That's a. You see, again, empathy, accompanying. And when I ever teach people about this in terms of classical work, it's all about empathy. And you show a huge amount of empathy musically. Do you show that in life as well? Do you find that more difficult in life to empathise with people with autism?
There's an element of understanding. We don't really understand the way of the world. You're trying to put things. You're being very idealistic about situations. It's world situations, capitalism. You're thinking that's just such an unfair system. Why can't it be like this? Why can't it be like that? You know, we got the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. That's just horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. We've got look at the wealth in the world. There was a horrendous thing that I found out that apparently billionaires' wealth has trebled in 2020 during the pandemic. And you've got thousands that have lost their jobs. We've got people eating out of food banks.
So, well, I mean, from that point of view, you see, what I try and do, and because I'm like you, you only have to speak to Sue. I get hugely frustrated. She listens to me constantly about this. One of the ways that we've tried to do it is forming this community and trying to help people. So what I try and do is frustrating, but do you feel there's a way we can? How do you find that you can help? Playing the piano, giving people pleasure. What is it? Can you change that? You can't change the universe, but you can change your little corner of it.
Yeah, you got your little your area. I just want to make someone's day.
And you so do,
whatever.
Richard. I can only say I think I've very rarely seen responses like this on the evening. Okay, we've done 77 shows, and I think, quite frankly, the only thing you better move in here upstairs and just do the Sunday evenings. I think that you have really touched people. I know the people in the week will be watching this. Those that don't watch it now will be watching it later on, and that you really touched people. And music, I think we underestimate, you and I underestimate what we do.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? What music can do to change the atmosphere.
I think
change the story.
Also, when you're outside your job, it's still all about music. And I thought about this last night when I arrived at the theatre and went to the paying machine in the car park. And this guy had been there for the last 3 nights. He was holding up a sign with the musical that we were doing.
Yeah. And
he just said, have you got any change? And every night, I gave him a £5 every night.
Yeah.
I really wanted to know that guy's genuine situation.
His story.
Just his story, why he was there. And he's been on my mind all week, that guy. Exactly why he's there, why he sat in the same position under that car park sign all week. Very much like, I'll never forget years ago when I worked for this local school, and I turned up in the car, and this kid was getting bullied, just pushed around, picked on. And I got out of the car and I just shouted at these guys. I said, "Oi, pack it in." And I was quite on edge because there was these 15, 16-year-olds that are twice the size of me at the time. Yeah, they could have taken me out. And I just took this kid aside and just sat him down, and we just had a little chat. Tried to get to the bottom of why do you think they're doing it. And I knew nothing about myself then. I always knew that I was suffering. I've been suffering, since day one.
Yes.
But I didn't know why I was suffering. I've got a better understanding of it now through the acceptance of it.
Yes.
You're just accepting there's something wrong, but you're never going to change it. The Americans came up with this crazy way of doing brain ops to try and solve it. You know, somebody actually even said to me about 4 years ago, "You'll get over this disease. You'll get over."
They actually said that.
They said, "You will get over this disease." And I'm not.
How did that make you feel?
Vulnerable and
Worse.
just angry.
Yeah,
angry to the point of I haven't got a disease. I haven't got a disease.
You haven't.
There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just a little bit different, and I think outside the box. And
way outside the box.
I'm
and
not.
Because of that, look at what you do for people. I mean,
I'm proud of not being a. Dare I say this? I'm not a 9-to-5er.
No.
I just want to make a difference in life. And this kid that I sat down, I gave him a number, and I just said, anytime you want to talk to me, you just give me a ring, and it doesn't matter what I'm doing.
Listen to
I'll
this.
be there for you.
I think it's a myth that those with autism don't have empathy, says Pickle Trenchard. Many, like Richard, have a keen sense of justice and fairness and notice things that others don't.
Yeah.
Then that would absolutely chime, wouldn't it?
And that's where a lot of the creativity comes from with work. It's all connected.
Yeah, it is. Asperger is a double-edged sword. On one side, you sadly have to suffer with the most appalling episodes in your life, says Anne Benyon, Bainan, and in your life because of people's ignorance, and yet on the other side, it's given you the most astounding talent. I think that's the thing, isn't it? That there are flip sides to our personalities and to things that are.
Yeah.
We are who we are. I couldn't have you any other way, Richard. It would be ridiculous. You talked about improvising. Now, one of the ways that I relax is I come in and I sit down. I was playing through the flute, the Mozart flute concerto, because I love Mozart's mind. I think he's crazy. It's absolutely, in the best way, crazy. I love him because he just takes you at a place that you think, I love this. You were talking about having an improvise. You're going to do an improvisation.
Yeah.
What do you use for improvisation? Do you think while you're doing it? What do you do? What's the process?
I think you're probably thinking of an idea, and quite often that doesn't come until you hit the keys. So,
right.
Say if we do this improvisation right now,
Yeah.
and I've got this funny thing where I'm going to start in B minor, because for some reason...
You think in B minor?
I've thought of B minor.
Excellent key.
So I'm thinking, for some reason, Ludovico Einaudi sprung to mind.
Okay.
Whether we do something like that.
Okay.
Should we try it now?
Let's try it now. Let's try it. Come on. Let's.
I've got to say this metronome is staring at me in the face. And it is not going to rule me. It is not going to rule me.
Not going to.
It just wants to go.
Tick, tock, tick, tock.
No way.
Nice one, Richard.
flat minor Bach.
Yes, a bit. Very Einaudi.
Major, minor, major. Minor. Finish off. James Bond, chord to finish.
That's marvellous.
So we started in B flat minor, ended in A.
Yeah.
But we had no idea of that.
No idea where you were going.
B minor we started in.
Yeah, we did B minor, 2 sharps,
Yeah,
and you moved to B flat minor, right? That passage of music that people who are not musicians, they know that something pleasant is going on. That's what they know. We look at it through key signatures and patterns of chords and how we go from one to the other, the bridge passages between the things, how we link one thing to the other, all of those things. I'm constantly thinking, I wonder if that would do, I wonder if that's where my mind, it works in maps. It goes from left to right and goes over here and then goes down there and there. And I'm constantly thinking, I wake up with themes in my head. So that if we're doing a record, I think, oh, that would be nice if it went da 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 dee 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 dee, just that.
Yeah.
Just 5 or 6 notes.
Do you then grab your phone, go to the notes section, think there,
Yeah.
write it all down?
Yeah, well, it's very weird.
When I was doing these medleys, the one I'm going to play later, it was I went from one tune to another, and then about 2 o'clock in the morning, suddenly woke up and thought, we've got to have Anything Goes in there.
Yes.
Then into something else, then into something else. And it's at that point, whether it's just because you're just absolutely flat out, otherwise you'll get up in the morning and you'll think, when you play it, hang on, I had something else to go in here. But instead of what you thought of at 2 in the morning, something else will go in there, and then it will play. Then it will play on your mind again.
Until you get out, play it out, work it out on the keyboard, work it out. Do you work out things in your head? Because I'm going to frighten you and tell you it's 9:42, right? So,
Damn.
I know. So, do you work them out in your head? Do you work it out pianistically in your head? Can you play it in your head before you play it on the piano? Or does it all come out in the key on your fingers?
Most of it comes out. I think when it comes out in your head, it's like the audience hearing it. How you hear it on stage is always going to be different to how the audience hears it.
Yes.
I just love to hear it. That's what drives me mad about sound.
Yeah, how we perceive sound.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But even with acoustic, playing here, it's going to come across differently to an audience.
Yes.
So very occasionally you get that magical experience where you feel that you can really relate to them with sound, and you think, right, this is really going right. Very rarely do you get that.
It's very rarely on the tracks. I think actually that I would say that of all the 35 years in the business, there would be 2 or 3 occasions when I say it's absolutely this was the time. Everything else is good. It's good. It works. It's fine.
Yeah.
And it's good, and it really works well. But it's not. I wouldn't say it's absolutely on the tracks.
Yeah.
Play the medley for us, Richard.
Right. This medley coming up. So this has been rewritten 5 times during lockdown. This was a lockdown thing to do. So we're going to start with Defying Gravity from Wicked. And it ends with That's All, Folks. So when you hear that, I think thank heavens it's over.
It's time to go for a cup of
coffee.
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah. That would be a green tea moment.
Okay, green tea.
Has Sue got any green tea?
No. Are you after green tea?
I'm after green tea.
Sue, give him green tea. The man only wants green tea. Okay.
No alcohol. That would absolutely
no alcohol. No. Oh, I think you and alcohol, me and alcohol, are a bad idea. Okay. Let's never do drugs. All right, Richard.
I've drunk once in my life at college, and I'm never drinking again. That was it.
That's a good man. Right, for all you Methodists, Gareth Hill, this is for you out there. Hear that? He's a good Methodist. and he doesn't like alcohol. Isn't that great? So he's doing well. For you, Victoria Moyes, who doesn't stop drinking alcohol through the whole of this show, bless her cotton socks, she loves her gin, and she sits there drinking the whole lot. So for all of you who like a drink, who don't like a drink, actually this one, it's medley from Richard, is for you.
We're going to need one after this.
Yeah.
It's, just before I start, so you know what's going on, listen quite often for the very, very short snippets. So you got E.T. And if you listen to the left hand, you've got E.T. That's E.T. If you listen to the left hand, you've got Maria from West Side Story. So just listen for little things like that. Carry on.
Maria, I once read a grande Maria. That's why he's his tenor and I'm a bass baritone. Yeah, exactly. See, you've got it there. Right, go on and give it to us.
Here we go. Right.
Mr. Richard Lennox. How about that? Goodness gracious me. I'm afraid you're going to have to come back, aren't you? I think people are going to be going, to be perfectly honest, this lot are going to kill me if I don't have you back. So, Victoria, finish the bot. Unbelievable. Here it goes. Hayley Starkey, just people have given hearts. More comments than I think nearly any other guest has ever had. And that is just... Well,
that's so encouraging. Thank you very much, everybody.
No, it's been lovely
listening.
having you, Richard. And it's, look at the time, it's run away. It's 55, so you have to do some notices. We have to get off. People have to go to bed and work. And
isn't it 11 we finish?
and sadly not. No. I know. Right. Richard, you go out there. Sue, you use that.
I shall use this.
So great.
Well.
Brilliant. Absolutely stunning.
That was incredible, absolutely incredible. I was enjoying it next door with everyone, and they were just saying how much they were... Oh, go back again. No, don't take that away. Okay. So let me just quickly do the notices. If you have paid for the virtual choir, but you've not yet got an email, then will you please use my mic? Okay, sorry. I'm back on my mic. All right, is that better, Rachel? Okay. So yes, if you paid for the virtual choir, not received an email, then you need to write to me on sue@jonathanveira.com, please, because then I can send it out to you. Now, I want to do just some quick notices because we're all exhausted and wonderfully replete from that amazing performance from Richard. And yes, we will have him back. I promise. Here we go. YouTube. Remember, we're trying to build up our YouTube presence. So you hit the notification bell. So you hit the bell, then you'll get a notification to say that Jonathan's posted something, and to press subscribe, because that's what we need you to do. We need you to subscribe, which costs you nothing, but it means that we get lots of little extra tidbits for doing it. And if we get to 1,000, then we might even get some money coming in.
Really?
A few pennies, I think.
Get up there, would you please move? Get up to 1,000. Somebody subscribe.
So, I'm going to try and do some little candid behind-the-scenes videos of Jonathan to keep you entertained and put them up on YouTube once a week, if I can remind myself to do so. So that's youtube.com//Jonathan Veira, and that will take you to all the videos and everything else that we are doing. So that's the YouTube. So could we have... what do I want? My email. Yes, I do want my email, Rachel, please. So, my email address, as I said, is sue@jonathanveira.com. Now, you write to that if you've got any questions about anything. If you want to mention, if you've ordered something and you want to say, please, could you sign it to this person, then you really need to write to sue@jonathanveira.com. And what was the other thing I wanted to say? Yes, if you want to consider the idea of perhaps inviting Richard to come and do a concert at your place, then if you write to me at sue@jonathanveira.com, I will forward that to Val, because she's the lady that deals with that. And rather than put her email address up there, send them to me and I will forward them on. So sue@jonathanveira.com is an important address this week. And where do we want to go next? So yes, sue@jonathanveira.com. The address, www.jonathanveira.com. Now that will give you the address of that will give you the shop so that you can order CDs and books, and I will be putting up the Christmas CD very soon once I can get around to it, but it will go up there for pre-order, so that's fine. Can we also say that if you are interested in coming to a Jonathan Veira concert, darling, could you just turn it down just a tad? I can't hear what I'm saying. Thank you. So if you want to come to a Jonathan Veira concert, they are on the website. Now, we have Chesterfield coming up this Saturday. Can't wait to meet all you lovely people at Chesterfield. If you're anywhere near Derbyshire, you need to be coming on Saturday night to St John's? Anyway, Chesterfield. It's on the website. And then on the 27th of November, we have a concert here in Guildford. And if you want to get tickets for that, then that again is on the website, how to do that. After that, we're going off to St Catherine's Parmore with Stuart for a lovely Christmas evening, and then after that we are going to Odeum for another lovely Christmas concert. So there are 4 to choose from before Christmas. So I'm sorry that we're not all over the country yet, but we will be next year, I'm sure. They're all on the website. That's jonathanveira.com. I think I'm done.
Can I just say?
Yes.
Richard has some CDs. You can find them on richardlennox.com. Is that correct?
Are they on?
Richard Lennox
We've got
music.
that address up on the screen. They've had it up there for about the last half an hour where you've been working so hard. They've all been writing down richardlennox.com, all right? So I think you're going to get lots of new contacts, lots of new fans.
Okay. Lots
Yeah,
of
they've got
music.
that.
They got it all down.
Richard
It's all down.
One final notice, no show next week because we are not here. We are up in Derbyshire doing a show and then going on to the Lake District to do a week at a hotel. So no show.
We're just going to finish now, and we're really grateful for your company tonight.
Oh, yeah,
and
it's been lovely,
Richard
thank
has
you.
been very overwhelmed by all of your comments, and it's been lovely having him in here. And we thank you for your continued support of us through these, and we try and we'll continue trying to do these concerts.
Yes.
When we're away and when we just can't do a Saturday night. I was very tired last night after the show, and it becomes a big thing to do a tour. And I'm very grateful for Richard because I didn't have to sing and play too much tonight.
Exactly, which
and
is ideal.
It's fantastic to have him in. So thank you for your continued support, both emotional,
Amen.
financial, and if you continue to do that, then please do. And we're going to sing this song now.
Yeah, and next week, if you're suffering the after effects of not seeing us, then you can always go back to the previous shows.
You've got
all on
lots
YouTube.
on
Lots
YouTube.
and lots, 70 odd on YouTube.
Go peaceful in gentleness through the violence of these days. Give freely, show tenderness in all your ways.
Through darkness, in troubled times, let holiness be your aim. Seek wisdom, let faithfulness burn like a flame.
God speed you, God lead you, and keep you wrapped around His heart. May you be known by love.
Be righteous, speak truthfully in a world of greed and lies. Show kindness, see everyone through heaven's eyes.
God hold you, enfold you, and keep you wrapped around His heart. May you be known by love. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make His face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you and give you His peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make His face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you and give you His peace and give you His peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord turn his face toward you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and be gracious to you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord turn his face toward you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and be gracious to you, and be gracious to you. So remember, next week we're not on. The week after we will see you again. But have a lively week. Remember that the Lord is with you, and he will be with you through these difficult times and through the good times. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and give you his peace, and give you his peace. And we particularly thank the tech team again this week.
do.
Thank you so much.
If you want to meet Claire and Ben, they'll be with us in Chesterfield next week. So see lots of you there.
God bless you.
Have a good week, everyone.
Big round of
See you in
applause for
2 weeks'
Richard
time.
one more time. Yay! Thank you very much.